Hello friends, this is the lesson number 2 in the economics series. In this lesson, we will study the circular flow of income. Circular flow of income refers to the cycle of generation of income in the production process, its distribution among the factors of production, and finally its circulation from households to firms in the form of consumption expenditure on goods and services produced by them. I repeat, circular flow of income refers to the cycle of generation of income in the production process, its distribution among factors of production, and finally its circulation from households to firms in the form of consumption expenditure on goods and services produced by them. So it involves three phases, as we are seeing in the diagram also. Generation of income. Firstly, the income is generated, it is distributed, and then income is disposited, that is disposition of income, and from there income is generated further again, and such a flow is maintained so that the market forces are always in a mobile state. See, generation phase is that if there is a firm, it produces goods and services, but it produces goods and services with the help of factor services which help in the production process. So firm generates income, produces goods and services with the help of factor services. In distribution phase, flow of factor income from firms to household. Distribution of income. Suppose workers are working in a factory or in a company, so they are getting their paid for the work. So factor income is flowing from where? From firm to household. Then the disposition of income, that is income received by factors of population. It is spent on goods and services produced by the firm. Now income is received. Income is received by the factors of population, and it is spent, means if someone is getting salary, okay, he or she is not interested in the products of that company, but he or she is getting the salary, so he or she is going to spend it in other products or in the same products. So income is being disposited also. So we have see, I have written some terms also, so actually we need to discuss this one firstly. I have written stock flow, real flow, and money flow. See, these are the terms an economic student should know. See, what is a stock? What is stock? Stock is a variable which can be measured at a particular point of time. That is, stock is a static concept. So we can remember that wise also as stock, static, and that's also revealed from its name. So suppose we have that the money supply, the money in circulation, so that we know how much money is there, or we have national wealth, so we know about that. So the reserves. Now the flow is what can be measured over a period of time. Flow is what can be measured over a period of time. That is, flow is a dynamic concept. Flow is a dynamic concept. If I say a real life example we are taking, if I say population of India as on 1st of January 2021, that is a stock concept. That is on a particular day I am saying the population of India is this. But if I say number of deaths occurred in 2021 or in 2020, that is a flow concept because it will be measured over a period of time. So this is the difference between stock and flow. So our national income, it comes in flow. So national income is a flow concept. First thing, it is clear. And while the national income is a flow concept, so there is always a circulation of income in the process and that is why the market forces, that is forces of demand and supply, are in progress. We have real flow and money flow. See, what we have, firstly we were having a barter system that was dependent on what? If we are having something, suppose we are having wheat or wheat grains or something, so we are giving them, it was we are giving them to someone, and someone is giving the other thing to us. So that was dependent on double coincidence of want. Okay, so this was real flow is that flow factor services from households to firms, and corresponding flow of goods and services from firm to household. So this is the real flow. So in barter system, the exchange of goods and services, that was very difficult in the barter system. But now in the money flow, so money is the liquid asset we have. So in case of money, there are no such difficulties, and the real flow of money is taking place. In money flow, there is no difficulty. Flow factor payments, because goods and services are not exchanged for anything, but what is exchanged? Payments from firms to household. Firms will provide payment to the household, and household can use that payment to for buying and for his consumption expenditure. So that payment can be used in any way, in buying and in consuming and in selling and in all these functions, in any way. That is flow factor payments from firms to households for their factor services, and corresponding flow of consumption expenditure from household to firm for the purpose of goods and services. So in money flow, there is no such difficulty, there is no double coincidence of want, but in real flow there was difficulty. So these were the terms. Now we will move to see the real scenario of circular flow of income, how it is taking place in our country. We are taking here this one, our multi-sector economy. We have a financial market. See, we have a financial market. Now, we have firms and we have the household. Firms will borrow from the financial market, or banks, you can understand for in a easy language. Firms will borrow from financial market, and they will save in the financial market. So likewise, a flow of money is maintained. Then we have households, or the common people or the citizens. They save their money in the financial market and they borrow whenever required. This flow is maintained. Then there is a government. We have a democratic system. We have a government. So this financial market, this government also saves in the financial market, that is in the central bank, and this can also borrow from the central bank. Like in this COVID times, so Indian government is borrowing lots of money from RBI, Reserve Bank of India, which is the only central bank of our country. Then we have these households. They also pay taxes, that is citizens. They pay taxes to the government, and they also receive factor payments at times if required. Then these are the firms. Firms also make tax payments, okay, GST or whatever, VAT or something, and they also receive payment of subsidies if available, if it is in any government policy for their goods and services. So likewise, a flow of money is maintained between government and firm, and between household and government also. Then we have we work in firms. People work in firms and receive factor payments, and people spend that money, that is their consumption expenditure, and it goes in either way to the firms. Then we have foreign sector also. I have included it in this also. That is, we have foreign sector. Import and export. So when we are importing something from foreign, so citizens or government also in this case can be. So when we are importing something, we have to pay for the imports. Okay, and payment for factor services that we are getting from the foreign sector, that is income from abroad or income from rest of the world we are getting. Then firms also the same. For exports, if we are exporting, we receive the receipts, and if we are importing, we are paying for that. So in this way, the whole flow, whole the circulation of the money is taking place. Thank you.